I'm ready.
Hello and welcome to the Crafty Boys Nights. We're starting a bit late tonight because I don't know reasons.
Because you're
Baseball.
lazy?
That too. But and also one of our compatriots is currently unavailable. I don't know why. Maybe he's found love or something. But that's okay because we have beer and that makes life better. So
Yes.
Alan chose the beer. Alan, talk about the beer.
All right. So I wanted to pick something that was new, that's like fresh, just hit the shelves, because I find a lot of times we pick beers that have kind of gone through, they've been released in one area of the province, and by the time they're available in somebody else's area of the province, it's already gone from the place it originated from. And I wanted to choose something that everybody can still get. So I chose from Parallel 49. This came out, I think, last week. Advocate, which is their double IPA.
The Devil's Advocate Double IPA. Who's
Now,
very evil?
Now, interestingly, it's not called Devil's Advocate, although it does have a picture of a Luciferian-looking character on it. It's just called Advocate. And it's a double IPA. 8% alcohol by volume. I'm a little bit disappointed. This particular beer is not on the Parallel 49 website, and there's very little information about it. So I don't know what the international bitterness units are for this beer. Make sure that we say that right, because you know what? People are going to think that we're a bunch of knobs.
You saw the comment on our YouTube channel?
Yes, I did.
Which I thought was hilarious, by the way.
Yes. So
yeah.
Yes, we always say international beer units because we think it's fun, but it's actually international bitterness units, and we know that. But the IBUs are not printed on the can, and there's no information on the Parallel 49 website about this particular beer. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like. Maybe we can guess what the IBU rating is.
My guess is going to be somewhere between awesome and
magnificent.
Yeah, that'll work for me.
All right. And you were able to get it, yes?
Didn't you not see?
No. Oh, you held it up earlier.
I held the can up already.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so I'm opening this bad boy, and I just tweeted out that we're live, but I forgot to put the link in the thing. Welcome to live stuff.
All right. Okay. This can is really full. I mean, there's not much room in here. Like, a second.
Ooh, pour that. That was the best pour sound I've ever heard.
Really? Sounded like something from like a beer commercial. Okay, so there it is. So it's nice and hazy. It's kind of a golden color.
Has a bit of a fruity smell. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. It has a fruity smell.
What is that?
Now, on the side of the can, it does say, "Look at me, underestimated from day one. You'd never think I was a master of the universe. Now, would you?" I don't know what
that's ominous.
Yeah.
All right.
Like I said,
I'm going in. I'm going in. Here we go.
Going in. Going in. Man, that's crazy. There could be over 30 hostages in there for all we know.
Don't make me spit out the beer. That is very interesting. A double IPA with a fruity tinge.
And I'm not going to say that my guess for the IBUs on this, I'm going to put it at like a 55 to 60.
Yeah, I could go with that. Overall, though, I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Not overpowering by any stretch. It's there. Might even be less than that, actually.
I don't think it matters because I think it's just good. I mean, it's got an unexpected, like I was expecting to have like incredibly a very strong hop smell, like a lot of IPAs, of course. But this
Right.
one, that the fruit, I wish I knew what it was. But it's I don't know what it's like blocking the hop smell or
Yeah, I don't know. It's the flavor too. It's
it kind of it has a tinge of candy cane. Do you get that at all?
a minty kind of thing.
Yeah, like the sort of a mint kind of uh
Only because you mention it, yes. But if you hadn't have mentioned it, I don't know. Yeah, it's got like this refreshing kind of thing to it. Like, you know, I wouldn't be afraid to breathe on a really beautiful woman somewhere, you know? Just go up to her like, hi, I'm Alan. I'm sure that would put me in anyone's good books.
I don't know. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It is a good beer. It's not what I was expecting. That's for sure. But I am enjoying it.
I have no problem with it because I am pleasantly surprised. I really didn't know what to expect. It was hard to get. Like in Vancouver, we have in Vancouver we've it's here, but it's not at every store that I normally would go to. Like the stores that I would go to, like Brewery Creek and Legacy, don't have it. The BC Liquor Board does, but it's only at, like, out of the gazillion stores over here, there's only about a dozen that actually have any. So, you said it was just released last week, which is probably why. So, but overall, I give it a thumbs up. I mean, I'm impressed.
Yeah, me too. And actually, it may have been released the week before last. I'm not too sure on that exactly, but
well, all I know for certain, the only thing that I know for certain is that Rorschach approves.
what is that?
Rorschach.
Did you say Horseshack?
Yes. Did I say Rorschach? I very well could have. This beer is incredibly powerful.
It doesn't look like Horseshack.
Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter. Oh my God. Who has the answer to the question? So anyway, overall, the beer is great. But I noticed you put a link in the system here that has a
Put a few.
You put a few. I only noticed one, but that's okay. Let me open it up. But the first one we need to talk about is, of course, coming up only in about 4 months.
Yes. Okay, so Great Canadian Beer Festival is coming up again. The dates are, come on up here. So it's going to be Friday, September the 7th from 4 until 9, and Saturday, September 8th from noon to 5. Now, a little bit different this year. Tickets are going on sale over a month earlier than normal. They're going on sale June 16th as opposed to around July 22nd usually.
Really?
I don't know why that is. Could be because sales were maybe a little bit stagnant last year and they want to get an early going on it this year. I don't know. But the ticket price is the same. It's $40, gets you in the door, gets you a free bus ticket home. Tokens, unfortunately, have gone up in price. They're now $2 each. I'm not a fan of that. They were $1.50. This is a 25% increase.
I am unimpressed. Why is this?
Well, in the past, token costs have been tied to what the minimum price of beer is according to law in BC. So, and before when they sold it, you a token for $1.50. That was the minimum amount they could legally charge for 4 ounces of beer. Now, I don't know if the law has changed or been altered that forces them to charge $2 for a 4-ounce token, but I think that's exorbitantly high.
Maybe we shouldn't go out of protest. Tokens too expensive. Can't go. What am I saying? What kind of a ridiculous thing is that?
Yeah, we're gonna go. No two ways about it. I'm not happy about the tokens costing $2 at all. But I guess we'll see what it does. I could see it affecting attendance, to be honest.
I suppose.
Well, I mean, Beer Fest, I love going to Beer Fest. But it has taken a bit of a hit in recent years because the American breweries aren't coming up anymore. So we're not getting Hub. We're not getting what is it? Pike. We're not getting Rogue. They're not coming up here anymore. And it's because the liquor laws have actually changed that makes it harder for them to bring their beer with them to the show. So it's just not worth the trouble for them. Which is a shame. It's not the Beer Fest fault, but a lot of people have been disappointed that those American breweries aren't coming.
I don't think it will change a whole lot. I mean, I would love to say that hikes of, this kind will, make people stand up and go, "Oh my God, why? What's going on?" But of course, it's not going to do that. It's going to be completely.
People will bellyache about it, but they'll fork out the cash because it's such a great event.
Stupid event for being so awesome.
And let's face it, at this event, you're going to be trying beers that you're not going to be able to try anywhere else. Casks and all that kind of stuff. New beers that are just fresh coming out and some that are special just for that event. And I think $2 for a taster is what I would like to see.
It sucks, but it's not so sucky that you not go.
What I would like to see them do in response is to increase the taster size from 4 ounces to 6.
Which I don't think they can do.
They probably can't do that, but.
However, that said, how many of what is the most memorable beer that you've had at the event that you can't get anywhere else?
Yeah. There was a
do you have a particular one that you're like, "Oh my God"?
Yeah. There was a beer. It was from a brewery called Sound Brewery in Washington State. And it was called Monk's Indiscretion. And it was amazing. And you can't find it anywhere. I don't even know if that brewery still exists anymore. But it was damn good. And then I had another one, which was a cask from Lighthouse, and it had Discovery coffee in it. I think it may have been a precursor to the Night Watch that you can get now. But it was amazing. And Night Watch is very similar to that beer. So I have a feeling they've found a way to bring it to market. But for a few years there, it wasn't.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't think. I mean, I'm trying to think of any of the really unique ones that I've had, but the only one that keeps coming to mind is
well, there was a couple years ago, and you and I missed out on it. We were too
which
late.
one?
Vancouver Island Brewery put out a root beer, like an actual root beer with alcohol.
Yeah, you've mentioned this one before, and yeah, that's
And
right.
it was specially made for Beer Fest, and we completely forgot about it. It was like towards the end of the night. We're like, oh my God, we got to go see if we can find this. We get there, and they were like completely out.
Which year was that? Was that?
That was 2 years ago.
Is that 2 years ago? So not last year, the year before.
Yeah.
Actually, I seem to recall the not last year, but the year before. It was the year that I don't really remember leaving the event. Yeah, it was one of those days.
Yeah.
Because I think we got hit with was that the sour year? I think.
Well, it seems like every year is a sour year this year, lately, but yes, it was pretty heavy on the sours that year.
I've lost our chat window. There it is. Moving on to some other stuff that you posted here. The first one being beer dice, which excites me because of my side adventure that I've been doing lately.
I figured I posted this for you, Shane.
But I haven't. Beer and Dungeons and Dragons go together, duh, as well as beer. It goes with anything else. They have made dice out of hops. The dice are primarily crushed up hops with a coating of crystal resin to keep them from falling apart, and inlaid with brass. They actually have wow. At a minimum, you can shell out $53 for a single D20 dice. Wow. Wow. That's shocking. Shocking.
And then a full set is $283. I assume American.
I would assume US dollars too. I'm looking at the thing here, but yeah, I would assume it is US. I gotta say, I like dice. Dice are kind of awesome. But I don't think that
are they $283 awesome?
These definitely are unique. So I would say they're probably okay. For the price. But again, no, they're inlay. I mean, that inlay, man, that's nothing to mess around with. I mean, that's something you would actually.
Yeah.
That would be hard to do. So.
They look amazing. So these things they look like marble, actually. But what it is, it's actually a hop that's coated with this stuff and shaped into like a 6-sided die or a 20-sided die or whatever. Yeah. And the actual numbers are brass that are like inlaid in it. I mean, these are high quality items. I would get the 6-sided ones and play Yahtzee is what I would do.
Yeah, I could see that.
Shane would get like the ones with like a million sides.
I'd have to get the full set. There's just no way around about it.
Yeah.
But again, would I or will I? That's a good question.
It doesn't change how you play the game. It's just a status symbol.
Okay.
Do you need that status symbol?
No.
Mr. Burley?
But again, do people need Ferraris?
Do you have a Ferrari, Shane?
No.
No.
But I kind of want one anyway. But I don't know. There's definitely some there's something to be said to purchase something like that, but it's definitely a luxury item.
You think?
I don't know. I still want one though. I still want one. I want a full set. Give me the full $200 experience. Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm looking at it right now, going, I kind of want one, but I don't know. I'm still on the fence, which is sad because I really shouldn't be on the fence for something like that. The inlay is awesome. The coloration is kind of cool, but I don't think it's as cool as the Pink Boot Society of British Columbia.
No.
Because they have released a beer called the Pink Haze,
and it's an IPA. So
Northeast, Northeastern IPA. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at it going, is that a word? No, that's Northeastern IPA. Took me a moment. What's in this beer?
Okay, so the Pink Haze Northeastern IPA, 7.2% alcohol by volume and a 48 IBU. It was brewed at Bomber Brewing with brewers from Category 12, Coast Mountain, Callister, Dogwood, Four Winds, Lupolo, and Fuggles and Warlock. The people who contributed their time, they have contributed the materials for the beer, which include YCH hops, Mile 37 craft canning, Rome media, and associated labels and packaging. So the whole thing is completely donated, and the proceeds go to the Pink Boot Society to provide educational scholarships and support to women in the brewing industry. Now, I don't know if that means women who are already in the brewing industry that want to maybe go into other things, or it supports women who want to get into the brewing industry. I'm not sure. But either way, anytime we can add women into the beer family, if you will, it's a good thing, I think.
I would agree. I think that it's kind of the fact that, like any industry, it tends to get dominated by men. So having something that's going to encourage people to do to jump in, because hell, not all people know how to make beer. Does that make any sense to me? I can't even make any sense right now. Thumbs up all around is really what I'm trying to say.
You know what? Frankly, and maybe this is ignorant of me, I don't know much about the Pink Boot Society. I don't think I've ever heard of them before I looked up this article to talk about tonight. But anything that brings, advances women's movement, if you will.
Well, I'm going to actually tell you, because they have a Wikipedia entry. The Pink Boot Society is a nonprofit organization with international membership, which supports women working in the brewing profession, especially in creating craft beer. The organization helps women's brewers meet mentors, have the opportunity to work within a network of women in the profession, and raises awareness for women in brewing. It also encourages women brewers to further their education, to teach, to learn the necessary skills to become beer judges. It also raises money for scholarships for women to continue their education in brewing. And it looks like there's about 1,800 members across the globe. All members must be women and must have some type of career in the brewing world or related to beer and beer making. So yeah, that's got everything right all the way around, as far as I can tell. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Nope.
There's like something to be said for it's like the tech industry. It's like basically any industry where there's a lack of female representation. So,
what about alewives?
Sorry?
What about alewives in the past, when it was women who used to brew beer?
The Peanut Gallery has brought up alewives. Hey,
what's all this?
Come back here, Peanut Gallery, and explain to me what exactly this is, because I am unaware.
Well,
thanks for jumping in. Okay, so anyway, what she's talking about is a trade that was called an alewife, or a brewess or brewster.
Exactly.
A historical term for a woman who brewed ale for commercial sale. The word alewife was first recorded in England in 1393 to mean a woman who keeps an alehouse, synonymous with the word brewster. Commonly used in translations for ancient texts. But essentially, the profession was dominated by women before it was later taken over by males. The original brewing profession back in ancient Mesopotamia was primarily performed by women. Women also brewed the majority of ale through domestic and commercial use in England before the Black Death. I wonder. Okay. Sorry, I was just thinking, did they just all die? Was there some sort of way, if you were a brewer, did you die more readily to the Black Death? And some women continued brewing into the 17th century. Ale represented a key part of the medieval diet, as it was both the most affordable and clean beverage available, which is kind of awesome. Creepy, but kind of awesome. The precise amount of ale was ingested daily, blah, 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 blah. Because ale went sour within days after being brewed, constant productions was necessary to meet demand. Therefore, huge quantities were required to be made, although time intensive, blah, 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 blah. Essentially, yeah, I mean, this is the thing is I thank you, Peanut Gallery, for educating me.
Could you imagine back then, like drinking, like they didn't have refrigeration, drinking warm beer all the time?
It's true. I mean,
it's kind of gross.
It's kind of gross.
Well, it is. I mean,
I guess, yeah.
if you drink a warm beer, you're like, bleh, bleh.
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the problem, right? Is that we have an industry right now that is completely and utterly ruled by, would you say it's ruled by men entirely? I mean, it sounds like it is, which wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know if ruled is the right word. Dominated.
Dominated, okay.
Especially the beer industry, yes, absolutely dominated by males. You know, I'd be interested to see, and there are female brewers out there. In fact, category 12, I know for a fact, has one.
Nice.
And they on their Facebook page, they make mention of that occasionally. And show pictures of their female brewmaster. I don't know if she's a brewmaster, actually. Female brewer working stuff. I'd be interested to see what kind of original kind of recipes that could come up from a female mind. I'd be interested to try that.
Do you think that there's a difference?
You know, probably not.
Oh, I'm curious because I mean, some people would say that there definitely is. I'm kind of on the probably, you know, that I mean, there's definitely going to be a different perspective. I don't think there's going to be.
There's always going to be variation in recipes. Right. I don't know that the recipes that exist now are so sexualized that they're going to be changed dramatically because you know, a female enters into the ring, right? I mean, the beer is beer. You can't change it that much. So I mean, but still, I'd be interested to see is there some adjuncts that maybe you and I wouldn't think of that maybe a female would.
Well, I'm curious if there's a difference in the palate, like if there's some sort of difference where.
I think there probably is.
Yeah.
If you think about it, I mean, and maybe this just comes down to, you know, societal things, but you know, you ask the average woman whether they drink beer, and most of them don't. Most of them say they don't like beer. You ask the average male, and they say, yeah, they like beer. So I don't know if there's probably some sort of a social aspect to it where maybe it's an acquired taste. For instance, my oldest son, he's just he's just started, trying out different things. And, years ago, he would try little bits of my beer and he hated it. Absolutely hated beer. And he's kind of warming up to it now. There's still lots of beers that he doesn't like. But, he's tried some stuff and he's like, yeah, it's all right. Maybe beer is an acquired taste. But men kind of stick it out because society says that we're supposed to like beer, and women are not supposed to like beer, so they don't stick it out.
Right.
They don't get that appreciation for it that's built over time.
Okay, I can see that.
I don't know. I guess you could say I'm generalizing
because I'm kind of curious. Well, I don't think it is. I think it's something that I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Okay, I want you to ask the Peanut Gallery if she was going to make a beer as a female.
Okay,
what would she want?
Hey, Peanut Gallery, if you were to make a beer, what would it be? An awesome pale ale. Would it be flavored in any way? Cranberry pale ale. There you go.
And you could say that maybe that's kind of done with Rock the Bells from Parallel 49.
Is that been overdone because of things like Rock the Bells from Parallel 49? Quite likely.
Okay. It's interesting.
A mango pale ale is the
mango.
Alternative.
There we go. See, these are things that maybe a male wouldn't think of. And it would be helpful and would grow the industry having a female mind to think of these things.
Yeah.
Or it could be that you and I just aren't very creative.
Shh, they might be on to us. No, I agree. I mean, that's definitely a. I mean, you see the impact of different genders talking about different things in whatever industry they're in and having very different perspectives from one to the other. So, it's not completely without precedent that we are potentially. Because the stuff that you and I experience as dudes is going to be very different from what women experience. And if, be it bad or good, I mean, who knows, but whatever the experience might be, it's definitely going to be a different way of thinking and a different way of forming ideas because of the different experiences. And that would probably carry over into what do I want to taste today that's going to be great in the beer? So,
you know what I would do? You know what goes well with beer?
Chocolate?
Pizza.
I just had beer and pizza for dinner today.
Pizza and beer, right? Yeah. So what if you were to make like a beer, brew a beer, and throw in a few pepperoni pizzas into it?
Like pepperoni flavored beer.
Yeah.
That is
pepperoni and cheese flavored beer.
I think we're going
to need to patent this.
We're going to be bazillionaires.
Stop the broadcast.
We got to talk about
delete
this.
Delete it. Somebody's going to take it.
Don't steal our idea. You thought of it here right now. Pardon me. This beer is very burpy. Wow. But I totally want to do this now. I want to make pepperoni pizza beer. Because reasons. I think that was all the stories you brought.
Yeah, it is
today. Yeah, I didn't bring any because I'm lazy or something.
Yeah, we actually did a pretty decent show without Dave.
That's right. Dave's just holding us back. I gotta say, he's just got way too.
Yeah. Well, he's a bit of a jerk.
I know. The guy, I don't understand why we even associate with him at all. I mean, it's really just holding us back. He's completely just nuts. He's insane. I don't know what else you can really do except just cut him out of the program. We should just
Yeah.
completely eliminate him.
That's it. You're gone, Dave.
So you heard it here first. Dave is gone. He's not returning because he's just
A dick.
Bye, Dave. Later, Dave. Oh my God.
All right. So Parallel 49,
Parallel
Advocate.
49, Advocate beer, really hazy, great double IPA. Has a fruit I cannot identify. My money's on like a citrus, maybe.
Yeah.
But overall, I give it a thumbs up, and I recommend it. If you can find it, I found it hard to get, but you never know. So that's it for tonight. We're gonna go drink some more beer and go to bed.
Okay.
Alan, take us out.